Teslagrad is a puzzle platformer that was released in 2013. Most puzzle platformers usually have to rely on their aesthetic to first initially bring people in. Teslagrad follows this formula that worked for trying games in a similar situation that came before it. The hand-drawn aesthetic, which was barely seen around the time of its release, was a good tool for people to pay attention to it. The beautiful art style was what initially drew me into the game in the first place. The gameplay is, however, a different story. Teslagrad is a game about a boy who is climbing a really big tower. The entire game so far has taken place in this tower and up it. Every single bit of gameplay is comprised of puzzles and platforming. What makes this game somewhat different from other games is the inclusion of new items that change the puzzles as you go on. The idea of progression is not new, but the new abilities are in some ways unique. The boy starts off with a glove, allowing him to punch things in a red or blue color. In the other games with puzzle progression, the player would then be able to hit things with more colors, like green or yellow, and the complexity of managing all the colors in that puzzle. But in Teslagrad, these are the only two colors for puzzles for the game. The different abilities add a different type of complexity to the game. In some puzzles, the answer is easy to figure out, but pulling off the platforming is where its real difficulty is. The different items in the game start with the glove, where the player is able to punch blocks become either red or blue. The second is the shoes, where the character is now able to dash, similar to the one Fox does in Smash. Next is the cloak, where the player is able to polarize himself with the blue or red effect. Last is the Tesla staff, which allows the character to shoot blue or red beam out from it. Since all the puzzles are based on the blue and red colors, this is a parallel for magnetism. Yes, all the puzzles are magnetism puzzles. So in the addition with every new item, it doesn't expand how you use magnetism, but how you platform around the puzzles. Platforming in this game is not easy, especially since it relies on the magnetism not to screw you over. You could be stuck on a puzzle for a long time, not because you don't know how to complete it, but because you just can't quite grab a ledge, or you keep bumping into a laser. Teslagrad has an immediate failure state in which anything that is lethal will make you restart. One of the more interesting ideas in Teslagrad, though, is the inclusion of boss fights, and many of them. So it's not a simple boss fight where you just complete a puzzle to do damage, it's a little bit more involved. Each boss fight makes you utilize an item that you've received as a test to see if you're able to use it. All in all, this game is difficult, but sometimes infuriating, but good nonetheless. If you like puzzles, give it a shot. If you like platforming and don't mind puzzles, give it a shot. If you like FPS, go play Overwatch.